Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to The Cut. This is the podcast where we chop it up with the world's finest. I'm going to be giving my guest a free haircut as well as getting to know him deeply. This is
Mr Wraptor.
And we're going to ask him a whole bunch of questions that you guys won't want to miss. Check this out. So how long has it been since you cut your hair? I remember I think that your camera guy literally told me you literally just got your haircut.
I usually get it once a week, but my birthday was just a couple of days ago, so we didn't.
How was it? What did you guys do?
We had a little, surprise party for me.
Oh yeah?
My wife surprised me with, all my friends and all that.
You had no clue?
No clue, no. It was a good time.
Was
lots of love.
Where was the surprise?
It was up north in like a spa resort.
Okay.
Resort type of vibes.
So like, how did they surprise you? Like you're just driving up north, you didn't have any idea?
Right, she said, "Come out, you gotta talk to real quick about something." So I pulled out, and all my friends were there, surprising me.
Okay, so for those who don't know you,
Yes.
Who are you?
I'm Mr. Wraptor. I own the biggest wrap boutique in the world. Currently 14 locations worldwide. We got locations in Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Orlando, South Africa, Cape Town, all over Canada, and we're opening one in Dubai right now.
So I wanted to ask you, like, I saw that you had a bunch of locations worldwide, but you're originally from Toronto, right?
Originally, I'm from Russia.
Okay.
Siberia. I moved to Toronto, I moved to Ottawa, Canada in 2000. And then I grew up in Ottawa, and then I made a move over to Toronto about 10 years ago.
And how old were you when you made that move?
I was 27, 28, about that. Yeah.
So when you started this in Canada, right?
Yes.
Like, you obviously went through a lot of ups and downs, but I want to know, how did you start transitioning your business from Canada to United States, worldwide, everywhere? Like, what was that process like?
You know what? You just gotta take a leap of faith, right? You gotta be aggressive. You gotta be hungry. You gotta be brave to be able to transition to a different country, to a different world, follow their regulations, follow their, attitude, their approach to business, their approach to communication with customers is very different, right? So I just felt like I outgrew Canada. Canada was a playground for me, and I felt like, it's time to go to the United States and try those things out. When you go at the gym, you gotta break muscles in order for them to grow. It's the same idea in business. You gotta get over to an uncomfortable position to get comfortable again.
So what would you say throughout like all those switches was the most different in like business terms, like type of like way you operate everything? Like, what was the most different and like what was the most difficult out of all of those?
You talking about the United States?
Anywhere you move to, any location.
Yeah,
even specifically.
it's always about finding the right team members, working with the right individuals, right management. And obviously customer satisfaction, right? Being able to psychologically identify your customers, understand, what they really want, what they really need, and being able to, deliver that. That's probably one of the hardest things.
So between here and let's say like the United States, for example,
okay,
what's like the most different part about the customers, even if it's not that different? Like, what's the most different?
Canadian market is a little bit more seldom, right? They don't celebrate. They don't really like. You're not gonna get that crazy reaction where you're gonna hear, "Oh wow, that's crazy." This rap is wild. United States, you're gonna see a whole clique come out and jump around, scream, and just celebrate the rap more or less, right? So the other approach would, is different. That Canada would be. How the attitude is, right? In the United States, everything is easy to be sued. So you make a mistake, they're ready to attack you. They come in with an attitude like you owe them the world. You're gonna mess that up, we're gonna sue you, right? So
really?
It's very quick. They say it's a lot easier to sue someone than to pay someone, right? So every American has a lawyer on standby, and the bigger you become, the bigger target you are, right?
So would you say like the fact that a lot of these people are so expressive has a lot of downsides to it though as well? Like, or no? Not
I mean, no, not really. I mean, again, you just have to be careful how you move and everything, right? In business, you just got to be able to identify your customer and know what kind of energy he's coming with. Energy doesn't lie, right? So if you can sense that if they're coming here to scam you, or they're here to play games, or they're here to use you for your hype, you push it to the side.
So as a business owner, like you've definitely taken numerous risks in your life, right? But I just want to know, like, how do you measure that risk? Like, how do you know if it's like, obviously most risks are good, but like, how do you measure the good ones versus like, all right, maybe I shouldn't do that?
When I was your age, 18, 19, I was more aggressive, and I would just jump on everything. I would just take opportunities, anything and everything. But as you grow older and you take, a lot of losses, a lot of wins, you learn a lot of things. You start becoming a little more wiser. So with risks, you just gotta identify if it's worth it. If you're chasing the passion and you're chasing that love for what you do, you never have to work a day of your life, and the risk, you just don't measure it. You just kind of enjoy it. You enjoy what comes with it. If you're scared money, you're not gonna get anywhere. So they say scared money don't make money.
So obviously, like, you wouldn't have started this if there wasn't like a bit of passion for cars or whatever, wrapping cars. Like, what do you think like ignited that though? Like specifically for cars?
Just with any business, it doesn't have to be cars. I'm an entrepreneur, right? So to me, it doesn't matter what we do, what we don't do. I'm excited to start a new journey. That's why I just opened a performance shop. I'm constantly growing so with igniting my passion, I wanted to create a space where my friends can hang out. People like yourself, barbers can come out and say, "Holy jeez, this is a wild spot." Where it's not a garage. It doesn't smell like a mechanic shop. It's not an energy where you want to get out. It's a place where you want to hang out, right? My kids can hang out. My wife can hang out. You can come chill. You can do a content here, and it always looks good.
So I was wondering, like, I was always thinking, like, let's say you weren't like in this like type of industry, like if you were to start like again, like what industry would you think you would fall into?
That's a good question.
And you can't start in like the car industry.
Listen, this is my 23rd company, right?
Oh,
so
okay.
I've seen it all. I've done it all. The only thing I've never touched was real estate. So maybe custom home building would be something I'd be interested in. I can't build a single thing. I can't even hang a TV on the wall. But I would definitely consider option of getting into that type of space.
Do you see a lot of like success in that industry, or do you think it's like a little dragged out?
I mean, you know how with everything, it's what you make out of it, right? Obviously, real estate made the most millionaires in the world, so there's definitely a space there to create and grow with. Again, I know nothing about real estate. I know nothing about flipping or building, but when you get the right team,
anything's possible.
Yeah, everything's possible. That's right. Even with car wraps, right? I've said that in the previous podcast. I've never wrapped a single thing in my life. I don't know how to wrap. I know nothing about cars. But I enjoy creativity. I enjoy creating beautiful things, right? Art. So this is a big canvas on the road, and I would like to see my plates on every car, right? So to be proud of that work that my guys are doing, more or less.
So I have a pretty random question, but like I just want to know: do you think everyone can be successful? Like everyone? Like what is successful?
Right. So can everybody be successful? I mean, it depends what exactly the question you ask. What do you define with success? Some people define success as having a family and kids. Some define success as beating cancer and being alive for another day. I mean, Can everybody be successful? Yeah. Can anybody be entrepreneur? No. You have to have it in you. To me, success is something where you wake up every morning and you're chasing that high, you're chasing that love for what you're doing. You're not chasing the money, right? And you know, I call my mom, you know, every other day, and I tell her, "Mom, listen, like, you should be like grateful, you should be happy, because I never done drugs in my life. I don't drink, I don't smoke, and you know, I'm successful and I'm happy." You know, a lot of people are successful and they're miserable. Their kids are drug addicts, or
why do you think they're not happy though when they have everything?
Because they were chasing the wrong things, right? They were chasing the wrong things. They thought money will make them more pretty. The money will make them more happier. Money will make him, you know, buy a car that, you know, he'll get the girl of his life. But that money doesn't buy happiness, right? Again, chasing the love what you do is what really, you know, sets it off.
So I want to know, like, obviously, like, you've been through a lot, right?
Yeah.
And you need to stay successful, but obviously when there's success, it also comes with, like you said, there's a bunch of distractions, right? So how do you avoid your distractions, and how would you tell other people?
Listen, you know, like we just had a meeting a couple of days ago with my guys, and they were talking about a podcast where, you know, there's a whole bunch of negative things were left underneath and people talking crazy. You just can't pay attention to the negative. You gotta pray to God. You gotta stay focused, and you gotta know where you're going and what you're doing it for, right? So if you're getting distracted in ways where, you know, you're paying attention to girls, you're paying attention to, you know, little things that people talk about you and whatnot, you'll never get to your destination. My mom always said, you know, never pay attention to the barking dog. If you have a destination to go to, don't pull over and you know, pay attention to the dog barking. Just keep it pushing, keep it, you know, laser focused, and just keep it moving. You know, and when success and the passion and the ambition takes over your mind, it takes over your soul and your body, I mean, there's no stopping you. You know, you're gonna get to that destination you're really trying to reach. You know, obviously a lot of people fall down because of their girlfriends, you know, say certain things about them, or, you know, distract them in ways. Some people, you know, fall down because of their family members telling them they have to go to school, you have to do something. But a lot of times, if you believe it in your heart and you see a vision and you manifest it, it'll come a reality. You just have to be consistent at it. You know, again, trust God. You know, there's a greater purpose. He's got a right path for you. You just got to listen to him.
So I want to know, like, what this company, right? Like, obviously a bunch of places, a bunch of like locations. How did you build like a strong team, and how do you know if like
you're talking about Raptors?
Yeah, exactly, Raptors.
I mean, you know, I test every single person that comes into my life in different ways, right? If it comes down to my organization, my partners and my investors, you know, I want to see how they act around money. I want to see how they act around girls. I want to see how they act around alcohol, because they'll define their characters. When it comes down to my guys here that work in the back, you know, I see how they act when, you know, they work under pressure. I see if they work in long hours. I see how they are when, you know, they get underpaid or they're overpaid. I want to see how they maneuver. If they're here for the passion or they're here for the money. If they're here for the money, I tell them the door's right behind me. Keep it pushing. Don't come around me. Right? We're here. We want to win. We want to have the same vision and the same goal. And we want to continue growing and winning.
So do you think, like, I don't know, I feel like, I just think as like an entrepreneur, I'm sure you know this like yourself, do you ever feel like you don't need anyone to be successful? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, not in a bad way, right?
Yeah. Again, if you believe it in your heart and you manifest it and you truly know your purpose, you don't need nobody. I mean, you don't need people cheering in the corner for you. There's a lot more haters than there's a lot more cheerleaders that want you to succeed. If you truly believe in your heart that this is the right purpose and this is the right move, you're gonna win by default, right? Even if you don't win financially, you will win by fulfilling your heart, by fulfilling your purpose.
Do you think you need a team to win?
You do need a team at a certain time in your life when you get to a certain category financially, you do need a team to delegate jobs and to succeed 100%. Teamwork make the dream work, right? Networking with the right individuals, having the right strong team with the right focus, with the right mental state, I'll definitely take you places.
Here at Raptors, are you the main one managing like every single staff member? Or do you have people to like tell you like, yo, this guy's like slacking off?
Yeah, we have a team members. We have team members for every category of our business. So either for franchisees, either for the back end, the front end, our commercial sector. We marketing team, photographer, videographers. We have a full-time team of videographers and TikTokers. So yeah, we definitely have everybody to answer to.
So for obviously like the new year just started, right? So what are your like goals that you're trying to hit for New Year's?
Yeah, so this year, because we grew so fast in the last 6 years and having so many locations, this year we want to focus on internally fixing all the problems, quality control check, fixing the team, making sure everybody's on the same wave, right? So we know where we're going. And then in the middle of the year, we're gonna start focusing on opening abroad. So Dubai, Australia, and then just keep it pushing.
So obviously you probably work crazy amounts, crazy hours, right?
Yes,
but
sir.
how do you balance that? Like, what's your balance like? Like, what takes your mind off of like work? Obviously.
Again, it's just a passion, right? It's just ambition. It's just a drive. So it's not really work. It's a hobby. It's entertainment. You know, I get people like yourself, young entrepreneurs, young hustlers, that come in and visit me and do cool content. We have 11 guys working with me that constantly entertaining me in ways. My kids are here. My wife is here. Constantly, celebrities popping in, people coming in with gifts. So it's always a fun things happening here.
So do you have any like hobbies outside of this hobby?
That's a good question. Truthfully, no. This is my hobby. This is my life. This is my sport. This is my drug, I guess you want to call it. This is it. This is what I live for. This is what I enjoy doing. But no, I don't have any other hobbies. Gym in the mornings, prayers in the mornings, and that's pretty much it, man.
So would you say like your like religion has helped you a lot, like just with like I guess peace of mind, or what do you think it has helped you?
Yeah, definitely. We're just me and my partners over in Cape Town, South Africa. We're just discussing how God has a greater purpose for you and ways to change your life. I mean, nowadays I don't ask him for anything. I just say thank you, right? And I just appreciate it. Sometimes I shed a tear in my eyes when I say, like, why are you doing this for me, right? Like, allowing me certain things that are not possible to come into reality. Like, it's just such a blessing. It's just such a from the bottom of my heart, I thank him, right, for everything that he's doing for me, even through the tests he puts me through. So I just feel like the religion, the God, gym has a lot to do with it. Gym pushes you in a position where you're disciplined, right? And then God obviously puts a peace of mind that you know that there's greater vision for you.
How often are you going to the gym? Like every single day, or
the belly's been growing for a little while now, so I haven't touched the gym since my birthday. Usually I try to do every morning, around 5 in the morning. I wake up, take care of my kids, take care of my wife, get dressed, get ready, and then hit the gym. Even for 30-40 minutes, but again, it clears your mind, gives you that energy boost, and just puts you in a different space.
Do you play like any sports or anything?
No. I mean, I used to play hockey, but no, I haven't touched skates in quite a while.
I guess like no time for it. Right?
No, that's pretty much it. We're traveling a lot, we're moving a lot of pieces and puzzles and putting everything into play.
So obviously, when you're traveling and stuff, like out of all the places you've traveled so far, what's been like your favorite place that you've been to, right?
Truthfully, I would say probably Cape Town, South Africa, right, where we opened our location. the reason behind that, it really changed my life. It really changed my perspective on the world, and it really kind of, I'm not sure, I came back a lot more peaceful, right? I came back with a different attitude, with a different energy, where you can't knock me from my ground anymore. Like, I'm very comfortable where I am, who I am, and what I stand for. So
Why did it change that perspective?
I'm not too sure. I think I don't know if it's the African air they say, or I don't know what it was, but it really, standing on top of the mountains, watching penguins walking around, breathing that fresh, organic air, and natural. Yeah, it just puts you in such a different space. It's hard to explain. You really got to experience it.
So, what would you say, like, just by like first thought, what would you say is wrong with Toronto or Canada? Not wrong, but like, what do you think needs to be improved?
I mean, the government obviously messed up the whole operation here. The support system is all fucked up. The interaction between humans became a lot more hostile. The immigration, messed up a lot of things. The pricing of living is crazy, right? So, I mean, a lot of my wealthy friends, a lot of my partners, even myself, we end up moving over to the United States. I came back, due to my other circumstances, I had to come back. But Canada is a very tough market to break through to a different tax bracket, financially, spiritually. This country is not how it used to be, and it's unfortunate to see it collapse on a daily basis.
So if you were to move somewhere permanently, you bring all these operations with you, everything's the same, just in a different area of the world. Where would you permanently go to?
That's a good question. It's hard to say. I would definitely consider Europe, and I mean definitely strongly consider United States, and keep it pushing over there. Even though the market there for automotive business, for car wraps is a lot different, I would really consider going over there.
How's it different in the United States?
Again, like we talked about on the topic, where the competition is real. They're more aggressive. They move a lot faster. They're more keen to to business. They're business savvy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you'd say people in Canada are lacking.
Yeah. Canadian business is a little bit more like a kindergarten. It's not that serious.
Well, like, give me an example of what like you've seen out there that you were like, yeah, like these guys definitely take it.
I mean, you know what they say. I mean, you bring a New Yorker to Toronto, you'll find out 101 ways to make money. They sniff opportunities differently than we do. We're a little more easygoing. We don't have a survivor attitude. We don't have a survivor instincts. Americans, they do, right? They're very, very, very more aggressively intact with that. And again, just approach to business is it's different out there. It's hard to explain, but they're very they're on point with their shit. They don't fuck around.
So you said you've done numerous things for celebrities. I just want to know, like, who, like, out of all the people you've done, like, did you have like the best like connection with, and like why was that?
When it comes down to celebrities, a lot of times, we have NDAs and we have to, we can't showcase a lot of things. So a lot of times it's just you're dealing with the agents. I mean, one of the guys that I became best friends with is Diego Snow, is an international artist, and I mean, I consider him my best friend, and he changed my life in many ways. So it was a great experience. If you ask me, what was the coolest project for a celebrity that we did, I would say probably Justin Bieber's Range Rover that was given to him by Usher when he first signed the deal and became famous. West Coast Customs customized the whole car, and Justin's father brought the car over to us, and I wanted to kind of refresh it and bring it back to life. And that was a cool history moment for me.
What does that car even look like? I'm not sure.
It's a Range Rover. It's on our page, Raptors.Toronto. Okay. It's a green military car, black wheels. It has a Rolls Royce steering wheel. big ass wheels. Like it's a cool little project.
Do you have a favorite car of yours right now?
My car. I mean, I own few. I own Rolls Royce Ghost, Rolls Royce Drophead. I have a Lamborghini Aventador behind me. I have a G-Wagon Brabus. I have a Escalade. My favorite car right now would be my G-Wagon.
And why is that? Just like
It's something that we just recently finished. It was a long project. We're working on converting it from original piece to what it is now. Yeah, the color is funky. It's Tiffany blue. It gets a lot of attention. It's everything I always pictured my G-Wagon to be. It is what it is. So like it gets a lot of attention. It's a good high piece. It sounds mean. It roars crazy. It's just super aggressive car.
Why did you choose Tiffany blue?
I don't know. It's more like I guess a Miami vibe for me. I wanted to bring Miami vibe to Toronto, so we just switched up the whole fleet: the Rolls Royce, the Lambo, and the G-Wagon. They're all going Tiffany. My wife's truck is pink.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just want to do something different this year.
Do you think the cars in Toronto are a bit black these days?
Yeah, man. I mean, if you look behind me, in front of me, all these cars are graveyards. They're all black, all satin black, satin black, satin dark gray. There's nothing funky about them. So if you go to Yorkdale Mall, you park your car, I promise you're gonna lose it.
Really?
Yeah. There's no. I mean, especially the Teslas.
Oh my god.
Yeah. They're all the same, right? They're all the same color.
So wait, have you been to London before?
London,
like, UK?
No, I actually never been. No.
Like just by first thought, aren't most of the cars there kind of just black and kind of gray?
You're right. Yeah, they really are. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we actually.
Do you like the look or no, not at all?
The satin black look, the murder look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, again, it's a clean look. It's a classy, elegant gangster type of vibe, right? So you don't stand out, but you do stand out in a clean way, right? But since we own a wrap shop and we're in the automotive space, we want to stand out. So we want to make sure all our shit is completely messed up. Like when we pull up, we make noise, right? So people say, "What the fuck is wrong with these guys?"
So it's like a large percent of the people who come here, right?
Yeah.
Is it a lot of just black and?
Yeah. That's it, bro. We call it the graveyard. The murder pack is wrapped special. That's all we do. Yeah. I mean, again, it just suits every category of human being, right? So.
True. Do you ever suggest them colors, or are you? Is that bad? Is that bad?
No, it's not bad. No, definitely not. I mean, it's like when you go to a doctor, right? You ask them for their opinion because they've seen it all, they touched it all. Same thing with us. When customers come to our way, we know what's gonna look clean on that car. We'll give them two options: satin black, satin dark gray, or we'll give them a crazy vibrant color.
Obviously, you guys do a really sick job of any color, right?
Yes.
But if you were to just wrap a car right now, what color would you do? Except for Tiffany blue. Except for Tiffany.
I enjoy my purples. I enjoy my blues. I enjoy the Nardo grays. Those are very clean. It looks really nice with the cars with the blackouts, black wheels. It always comes out very clean. Those would be my choices for sure.
All right, these are just off the top, but have you ever thought about wrapping a plane?
We just wrapped the plane.
Really?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
A really big one or no?
A huge one. Yeah. We just wrapped the plane for
You don't do it inside here, right?
No. So it was done in Miami for Art Basel.
Okay.
So we wrapped it. And Diego Snow painted it. It was a wild show. We had.
How long does that take? Long time.
No, believe it or not, it's actually very quick. It was actually very easy. It was just the fact that you have to deal with a lot of attorneys, a lot of lawyers involved.
Why do lawyers have to be involved?
Just because a plane, you can't use certain chemicals on it to wash. You can't stand in certain places. You can't cut a certain way. You can't touch certain things. So you just have to be very cautious of what you do because just even a little bit of a cut can throw the dynamics of it and the aerodynamics of it, and the plane can crash. It's a big liability. So there's let's say a big insurance has to be put in place to be able to do that.
Have you guys wrapped literally anything I could think of, like a jet ski, like if you're up to jet,
jet
really,
ski, pianos, fridges,
obviously bikes, right?
toilets.
Bikes, right? You know how to ride a bike or?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Bike is cool. How'd you get into this?
Cutting hair? I've been cutting hair since, I'd say COVID. I've been the type of person, like, I kind of wanted to, like, figure out what I wanted to do, like, ASAP.
Okay.
I actually thought I wanted to be, like, an architecture for some reason.
Oh, shit. Okay, whoa.
But, like, I don't know, I thought about it, and I'm like, no, it doesn't really sound too, because I thought it was just, like, really just, like, building buildings or whatever, but it's just, like, math and stuff. Like,
Yes.
So I'm like, I don't know, like, it didn't really appeal to me. And then I was, like, thinking, like, I can't really imagine myself just, like, working, like, just sitting at a desk, like, just doing...
Crazy, nightmare.
You know what I mean?
Nightmare.
But...
So you're an entrepreneur, you got it in you.
Yeah, and then I guess I was just bouncing around from different things. This is gonna sound crazy, but the first thing I tried was I tried making, like, beats, like, music.
Okay.
I gave up and, like, it just wasn't for me technically, but... And then I don't know exactly what happened, but I started on my friend, and then I didn't take it too serious, and then I guess things started to work out, and then I guess I was just like blessed with a vision, and then just started going from there.
Okay. What are family members, the entrepreneurs or not?
No, my mom's both my parents are pharmacists.
Okay.
So it's like,
oh, wow, okay.
I mean, I guess like I don't know if you could call my dad an entrepreneur. I mean, he owns his own pharmacy place, but I guess you could. But no, like honestly, my family's very like my grandfather. He loves money, right? But it's like they're doctors and like stuff like that.
Wow.
I mean, I love it, but it's like I don't know. I just couldn't do it.
No, right?
Like that 10 years of school is
crazy. Wow, I know.
Yeah, I don't know how that.
No.
Because I think what happens to a lot of people is like they do let's say they go into med school or whatever, but they go into it and then later down the line of their like process, they give up because it's like it's so much time.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure like as a doctor you still have to learn.
Of course.
Like all the time. So it's like
never stops.
Yeah, they never stop. So it's like I don't know how crazy that like the debt is, but that's all I hear about, like the debt that they have to go through.
Yeah.
And like even if you're making whatever, however much they make a year, like I don't know how much longer you'd have to work until that debt's covered. You know?
You're right. That's pretty crazy. What's your favorite country you ever visited, if you visited it?
Oh yeah, I've been to a lot of places, but I'd have to say the most recent place that I loved a lot was my family and I. We went to Portugal. It's just like
is that right? Eh?
My first place in Europe ever.
Yeah.
And like that place made me want to like start going to more places in Europe. Like I just think, because I've been to a lot of like I don't know, like those islands, Caribbean, stuff like that, and it's cool. It's like an amazing experience. But when I went to Portugal, it's just like the way of life there is different. Same with you in South Africa.
Yes.
Just like the way of life is so like amazing there, and it just like it brings you to peace. It wasn't really like the place was that cool, but it was like just brings you to peace, and I think that's actually really what you need, right? I think that's what a vacation is really like
100%.
great for. Have you been or?
No, never. No.
Where's next on your like flight list to go to for a break, not work?
Good question. I would like to go visit Thailand.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to go there with my family and check it out.
Do you always go with your family or just go with friends sometimes?
I try to go with my family all the time. Yeah.
Are there any other places you wanna bring them?
I wouldn't mind bringing them back home to Russia, right? To show them, where I come from, where the seed was born. To show them, the culture.
How is the culture like there?
Russia, it's amazing, bro. It's a different. The love is really love. You know what I mean? It's not fake love. There's no fake smiles. There's everything is genuine. The food is incredible. Everything's organic. Just the life itself is a lot different. You actually live to enjoy it, right? Here you work to pay the bills. There you actually live to enjoy life. You work to live.
what are some like Russian cuisines that like I have to try or I'm actually missing out?
You know, we're kind of basic,
Oh, okay.
I guess, kind of culture. We're very like, you know, potatoes and salads
Okay.
and soups. That sounds right. And,
That's be like a specific one that you
the borsches and the salads.
Okay.
Those are. You gotta be able to be open to try those things out.
Well, so you're more of a salad guy?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm so easy when it comes to food. I'm so easy because we grew up so like poor that food doesn't. I'm not picky eater.
Okay.
I can be a vegetarian. I can be a vegan. I can be a meat eater. I can eat an apple for the next 3 days, 4 days. Or I can eat salads all day, or I can eat meats all day. They're not super easy.
So I don't know if you're super well like into like just like food and everything like that, but like do you have
Preference in the-
like some favorite restaurants that you recommend people to like stop by anywhere in the world? Anywhere. Like you.
Listen, bro, I'm the most awkwardest guy when it comes to restaurants. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. I can't really choose. I'm a hot dog stand guy, man. Yeah, right? Like, you take me to 5-star restaurant, I'll come out and buy a hot dog on the corner. I'll enjoy that way better.
Really?
Yeah.
Like even like the craziest steak in the world, you'd rather choose a hot dog?
No, I'm not gonna choose over it, but at the end of the meal, I'm still gonna go back to my roots.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what were your like parents cooking you when you were growing up?
My mom, like I said, a lot of salads, a lot of potatoes. We didn't really have much, so whatever was given, we were super happy with.
So, like, tell me about that like story of your parents and stuff. I don't know if you remember too much of it, but
Yeah. We come from a very humble beginnings. We grew up in a loving, family where I was the only child, raised by my mom. We ended up moving to Canada in 2000, and just kind of I knew that I had to step in and take care of my mom, take care of my responsibilities as a man at an early age, and start providing for them, right? So that was my biggest ambition. That's where everything came up with. That's where the ambition was born, because I knew I can't rely on nobody. I can't ask anybody for a handout. I don't have anybody to call to, right? I remember I purchased a vehicle. It was a Chrysler 300C, and it was a blown engine. And I sat there at the mechanic shop and crying because the engine was blown, and I was trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay for it. Because I couldn't ask for nobody, right, to help me out to fix it.
all right, man. So if you were to give advice to young hustlers out there, or just hustlers in general, what would you tell them?
If I would give an advice to a hustler, a young entrepreneur, a young hustler, I would tell them, listen, be consistent. Definitely believe in God, and just be very strict on yourself. Have a vision where you're going. Manifest like crazy. Every time you go to sleep, man, just picture yourself in a new car. Picture yourself in that house. Picture yourself how you're gonna look, how your body looks, how you dress, and let manifestation come into reality, right? So, but being consistent at your craft and being known for what you do is gonna be a great return on your investment. So that would be my advice.
All right, man. Besides that, the cut is wrapped up.
How we're looking.
Looking fresh, man.
Let's go, baby. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you.
You want to check it out on your camera? Let me know what you think really quick.
I think you look good.
Appreciate it, bro. Looks fresh.
Oh boy, pleasure meeting you, bro.
No problem.
Thank you. That was a good one. Thank you, bro.
Okay.